Hi everyone, welcome to Get Ready with me, Louise. So we are moving on to the rest of the Mcgrath collection. We are now going into the 5-pan palettes. The one I chose today to use is called Ecstasy. They're $36 each. This is the packaging. Again, it's the cardboard packaging. It is magnetic. It's securely shut. It's secure. And these are the shadows. And on the other side there is a mirror. The mirror isn't very big, obviously, but I would say you can definitely use it. It's a nice mirror as far as like if you're wanting to do your eyes, you know what I mean? Let's get started and I'll give you my thoughts on it. Because I kind of have some, but then I'm kind of like, you know what I mean? And I'll tell you why. So the first shade we're going to go into is this one right here, which I believe is Twilight Taupe. And we're going to start with it. So I'm looking at this as 5 pans at $36, right? And at first I thought, well, first off, this is a huge collection anyway, right? Now, again, I'll say this, most people don't need or buy all of it. That's just, that. You'd have some fools like myself who will buy all of it. That is what it is. I'm a fool. I'm well aware. Now, as far as the quality goes, y'all, it's good. Now, I'm using my rougher brushes, and I did swatch this particular palette for you. And there's 2 mattes, this one, and then 3 metallics. And can you find this in her other palettes? Yes, I think you can find all of this in her other palettes, if you have them. The question is do you have them, number one? And number two, which color story, speaks to you the most? This particular color story is cool toned, I feel. I understand where they got the bronze Ecstasy, but really there's only one bronze. That very last shade, that's the only bronze. But at $36 is what I'm looking at. And I'm going to go into the next matte, which is called Marlowe Mystique, which is this one right here. It's got a mirror, so that's going to up the value. Like, I'm comparing it to like the Natasha and Nona. I feel like these little palettes are good for someone that's not tried the formula and that wants to experience it. None of her special shades are in here, but to be fair, all of her shades are special. Like, her mattes blend beautifully. They are pigmented, but yet they build on top of themselves. This particular palette, it's kind of self-explanatory as far as like where you're going to go with it. Like, when you look at it, you kind of know where you're going to go with it. I would say that the base of your look is going to be this right here, and then the only thing that's going to change is your lid. Do you want a more champagne? Do you want a more bronze? Do you want more of maybe a rose gold type of shade or a rose champagne type of shade? It's up to you, really, but it's kind of like you get 3 looks because of the metallic shades, but the base is going to be this. We're going to go back into that first shade, and I'm going to run it under the lower lash line. But I do think these are cute as far as travel palettes. And I do think that they are worth the $36. Of course, you also can use a discount code. That brand's always got discounts going on, so you can only save 10% using one of the codes that they've got. But I'm only speaking on this one also. Like, I do think the other ones are going to fall in line, basically the same, but until I try them, I'm not going to, speak on them. But the formula is, as far as mattes go, are her same good formula. The metallics are wonderful. It's just a question of, is this the color story for you? And is it worth $36 to you? We're going to go into Honey Nectar, which is this shade right there. And I'm going to just pop it on the lid. Again, I'm using my rougher brushes. I didn't get any fallout. I didn't lay anything down either, or spray it or anything. I mean, it's beautiful. Her shadows are, though. It's just repetitive is the problem. Now, for people new to the brand, I think this is great. But for people who aren't, it's not exactly the same, obviously. They're all new, but it is kind of the same. You know what I mean? But I do think these are going to sell well. And I think, because I'm looking at like the Natasha Denona mini palettes, I mean, they're mini, you all. And I feel like it may have the same weight, actually. Let me see. It might not, too. This says total 4 grams in the Pat McGrath. Then it says net weight is 0.14 ounce. And then this one says 0.0 gram times 5 piece. 0.028 ounce by 5 piece. So I kind of think, I don't know. This seems bigger, obviously, but this is 36, and I believe this was 29 now. So, granted, don't go with the blue. I mean, here, let me pull out a different one to make it a little more. I mean, they're kind of in the same realm as these in a way. Like, this is the mini Starlet, But this has a mirror. I don't necessarily know if it's better packaging, because that's plastic. This is cardboard. I don't know about that one. We're going to go into Starlit Champagne, which is this very first one. And I'm going to place that on my inner corner. But I do think that these are nice as far as, if you're just checking out the brand. If you want to know what the fuss is all about. I think the color stories are everyday color stories. And that seems to be where the brand is leaning a lot now. I put the Tarte Fake Awake in my waterline. We're going to take that darkest shade now, which is called the Merlot Mystique. This one here again. And we're going to line the lash line, the top and bottom lash line now. This is an all-in-one palette for me. It goes from dark to light. Great. I mean, there's really not much to say on it other than the formula's good. I like this color story. Do I have this color story? Yes. Do I have this color story in her own line? Probably. Close enough, anyway. You know what I mean? But was I the fool to buy it all? Yes, I was. Do I have any regrets? No, I don't. So far. If the other 3 palettes are like this one, I have no regrets. And the 2 bigger palettes I absolutely adore because of the blushes. I love the blush. The blush is amazing. Go back into that first shade, Twilight Taupe. But I do think, for the most part, that this color story is definitely explanatory. You can switch off on the lid shades, and that's pretty much all I got for y'all. I think that the metallics are metallic. I got no fallout. I got no complaints. Is this something I already have? Yeah. But am I that upset with it? No. No, I'm not. I'm still testing out this mascara, so... Ow. I will say it is waterproof. It's still very wet. And it's been... I would say it's been a week now since I've had it. I haven't consistently been using it, but I've been trying to go for it every other day. To see if it's drying out any. But I will say I think I do like this mascara. My daughter just sneezed. Like, you can definitely... It's giving me length. And it separates nicely. It's giving me a little bit of volume. And if I curl my lashes, it does hold the curl. I just wasn't going through all that today. I'll have to clean up the mess a little bit, but that's all right. It's kind of funny because, like, in this mirror, my lashes look pretty good. But in that mirror, it don't. And then looking up there, it don't. It's kind of weird how that works. I don't understand that, but I guess that's why you have to have things up close, further away, and then even more further away. That way you really get a good feel on what's going on. I'm using the MAC on the bottom lashes. And then I gotta clean up the mascara hat because you knew I was gonna make a mess there. So this is, what was it? The bronze Ecstasy. That name sounds familiar too. But, oh, bronze, I think it was Bronze Temptation though. Or something. Again, if you have these palettes, like if you've like kind of have kept up and kept buying them, you have these shades for sure. If you're new to the brand, then I think that these are worth it. Man, I really made a mess, didn't I? With that mascara. I may have to clean that up. Ow, poke myself some more, I suppose. It's just this mascara stays wet. for a little bit too long for me. It's not. But once it does dry, I mean, it holds nicely. It is waterproof. I have no complaints out of it at all. It's just getting it to dry down. Let me see if I can cover up that mess I made with the mascara. A little bit. That's my fault, obviously. I don't know what I'm doing, so, you know, you just have to go with it with me. But we'll go with this eye. I do think the looks turned out really nice. They're very pretty. They're pretty basic. I mean, I hate to say that. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like, I would pick this palette up to do a quick look, you know what I mean? Just like I would the Natasha Denona 5-pan palettes. It's just the question of what is it that you're interested in, you know? I don't know which packaging I like better, though. I won't lie there either. Because I do like the mirror in this, but then again, it's too small then to do your eyes with. And of course, you're probably going to have a mirror with you. So is that necessary? And could you have cut that out and cut the cost? You know what I mean? Maybe. So, I don't know. It's up in the air. Let me know. What do you think of this launch? And did you get any of it? Are you still thinking about it? Are you waiting for a sale? Are you waiting to ask somebody to give it to you for like Christmas or something? Let me know. But that is the final look, and those are the swatches from the Bronze Ecstasy. And again, that's what it looks like. I mean, it is pretty, you all. It is. Alright, that's all I have for you today. If you enjoyed this video, if it helped any, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell, hit all, that way you're notified when I upload. I upload every day but Sunday unless there's new launches, which there are. And I will see you in the next one. Until then, stay safe and stay healthy. Bye.